Hey, it's Jen from Not So Mystical Tarot. This is going to be your reading for the weekend beginning on Friday, May 31st, 2019. You can find me on Instagram at Not So Mystical Tarot or notsomysticaltarot.com if you'd like a personal or private reading. Everything will be in the description along with the timestamps. I will try to put those in the first pinned comment as well. All right, let's get started with Aries. What do we have going on for the weekend? Let's do this first. There, oops, so that we can make sure you can see. All right, Aries, what do we have for the weekend for Aries? Knight of Wands. This is kind of you guys. Knight of Wands doesn't really, he just does what he wants, does what he feels like doing without a lot of worry about the consequences, without a lot of being caught up in what people may think or anything else. Very passionate. Let's see. And the Knight of Swords. So use your brain. You may have this feeling of like, who even cares? I'm going to do whatever I want. But you have this Knight of Swords, which says you might want to engage your brain this weekend. You don't want to put yourself into a situation that you can't get out of or that causes you a problem just because it seemed like a really good idea at the time. Get a little more clarification here on what this situation could be. It's probably personal. Definitely seems that way. Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, you're going to want to be really choosy. This weekend you may have a lot of opportunities available to you. You may have a lot of people feel interested in you or whatever the case might be. But if you notice with the Seven of Pentacles here, she's pretty choosy. She doesn't just take the first thing that comes along, and you're going to want to do that as well because you don't know quite where you'll end up. And again, when you have that Knight of Swords, it's saying don't forget to use your brain. You do have the Two of Wands, and Two of Wands is kind of about beginning to look at your future. So if you don't want whatever this is to impact your future, you may want to, like I said, just be very, very careful what you get yourself involved with this weekend. All right. Next we have Taurus. What do we have for Taurus for the weekend, May 31st? The King of Wands. Okay. Very charismatic, able to accomplish all kinds of great things, and the Ten of Swords. So depending on what you have had going on recently, it looks like you may have had some kind of major victory, or you have some kind of ability to really succeed where others are not. The thing is, you do have this Ten of Swords, which says that you may have left some disaster in your wake. That's kind of what I'm thinking here, is that maybe you have succeeded by any means possible, and there's a little bit of a disastrous issue that you need to clean up. Let's see if we can get some clarification here. Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so yeah, you have had some very good luck. You have been able to accomplish a bunch of things, but you have a situation that you need to clean up here in the background, and it looks like, yeah, Seven of Swords. It's something that you thought you had kind of kept a secret, but you didn't. There are people that know about this, so whatever the situation is that you think you've been able to cover up, you probably haven't. So you're going to have to go back, kind of go back and sort of rectify whatever this is. Whether it could be something small, like you just said something you shouldn't have, or it could be something big, like you got involved with someone or something that you shouldn't have. But whatever it is, you're going to want to go back and kind of rectify that situation. Gemini, what do we have for Gemini for the weekend? Seven of Swords, that's coming up for more than one person. Seven of Swords is about keeping a secret or not quite telling everyone everything that's going on. But let's find out what it has to do with the Four of Cups. Well, you're bored as hell with something, so you might be feeling like you're stuck in a rut, stuck in maybe even a relationship that you're not thrilled about, and you're sort of keeping it to yourself right now, hoping that it will go away. Either that, or you're feeling kind of bored and you're feeling a little sneaky on top of it. You've got this Three of Cups, though, so I don't think it's that somebody's like sneaking around. I think it's more that you've just kind of gotten in a rut. You're not doing things that are really enjoyable for you or really fun, and you're feeling kind of, and you want to get back to this feeling, but you're feeling like you can't with this overwhelming, I don't know, I have this like, just this feeling of, yeah, whatever it is, this you've gotten yourself into some kind of a rut, and you're missing this celebration, this joy, this fun things you used to do, and you're just stuck here. You've got, two Four of Cups. It just means that people are like, hey, let's do this, and you're like, ugh, I don't care, I don't want to. There's something going on, and you need to either talk to whoever it is, whether this is like your friends, though, so I don't know if maybe you're feeling left out of some social situation or whatever the case might be, but I definitely feel like you've gotten yourself into sort of and you need to find a way this weekend to get yourself out of that. And I think that you need to come clean with it, whether it's like a friend situation, a romantic situation, whatever it is, you need to go and talk to that person, not stuff it down, because when you stuff it down, it's going to come back anyways. All right, we're going to look at Cancer. What do we have going on for Cancer? Eight of Pentacles. Lots of work being done. What is this pertaining to? What have you been working on, Cancer? Judgment. Okay, working on Judgment. It looks like a project that you have had going on, or something that you've been working on, has finally come to fruition. Like you're at the end of a cycle. You have this Judgment card, and the good thing is, all of your hard work shows. So whatever you've been working on, whatever things you have accomplished, they're like on display. So don't feel like with this Judgment card like something's terribly wrong, and you're going to be judged for not doing things the way that you should. You have that Judgment card here, and that's the thing. You have some kind of fear. You've got this Three of Swords. You have some kind of fear about what this Judgment will bring, and the thing is, you have nothing to be afraid of because you've done all this work. So I almost feel like you're feeling a little insecure about something that you've worked on. It's like probably very near and dear to you, so it's making you feel a little, I don't know, like you're feeling like it's not good enough. But you know what, with that Eight of Pentacles, you've done all the work that you can do. You've worked really hard, so you shouldn't feel that, I'm not telling you what you should feel, but don't feel like it's not good enough. What you've done, this is hard and good work. Don't feel that way. And you do have the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, you're just really protective of whatever this is that you've been working on, whether it's yourself, relationship, home, finances. And it seems like there's some sort of point of judgment, some kind of come to Jesus moment. And now you're thinking, oh my gosh, it's not good enough. People are going to look and think, you know what you did. You know what you've got going on. And you're just keeping it kind of close to you, and that's okay. Maybe it's not for everybody else to judge what you've been doing. Maybe it's just about what you think about what you've been doing. But either way, this moment of judgment doesn't have to be public, okay? And if it comes to being public and you're not interested in that happening, then you take that back. That's your choice. You don't have to allow people to judge you. You don't have to allow that. If you're not ready for that, or you feel like it's just like not the time, then it's not the time, and you keep that close to yourself. And until you feel better about it, then you just, like I said, just keep it to yourself. Okay, how about Leo? What do we have for our Leos? Ooh, Knight of Wands. That's coming up quite a bit. That can be, people feeling very attracted to you. You're in a mood where you kind of just want to go and have fun and do whatever you want. Knight of Wands just kind of goes and does his thing. Be really careful because you've got this Three of Swords. So while whatever you're feeling like doing feels like a great idea, it may not, it may cause hurt and issues down the road. So, and I don't think these are for you. I think this could definitely be like this weekend you're out and about, you could meet someone and they will, there's Annabelle, they will you know, you may just want to have fun and they may want to fall in love. So I don't usually do a lot of love readings, but you can't really miss this one. You know, this one's just saying, yeah, hello. Yeah, be really, oh, my nose itches. What does that mean? Does that mean you're going to kiss a fool when your nose itches? Okay. Leo, be really careful this weekend. Just because it feels good at the time doesn't mean it's going to feel good for the long term. And yeah, be really careful. Like, I mean, this just is blatantly saying, like, don't just jump into bed with somebody this weekend, because if you do, it's going to cause you nothing but problems. Yeah, Queen of Swords, use your brain. You know, like, you know what's right and wrong. You know if you're going to get involved in something that's going to cause you problems down the road. Don't do it. Just don't do it. Like, you see, you've got the big one here and the small one here. Even though it might feel really great, use your brain. The Queen of Swords is like, that's right, that's wrong. You know what? If you know underneath this is going to cause you a problem, just because it feels good right now, don't put yourself in that situation. Really don't. Stay home. Stay home this weekend, Leo. All right, we're going to move on to our Virgos. What do we have for Virgo? The 31st. May 31st, 2019, heading into the weekend. Virgo. Ten of Pentacles. Okay. End of a cycle. Successful. What are we talking about here? Four of Cups. Okay. It looks like you have been able to get yourself out of some kind of a rut that you were in, but it's been a long battle. I mean, that Ten of Pentacles doesn't just show up overnight. So you're getting some kind of results to the hard work. That, I mean, I get it that it was that work was a huge rut to you and it made you feel a certain kind of way, but you know what, you've moved past that. And sometimes, you know what, sometimes life just isn't that thrilling. It's just the way it is. I'm going to get a little more information on this Ten of Pentacles though. Oops, where did it go? Of Swords. Yeah, this was something that you didn't really want to pay attention to. This rut, this level, you're not the only one who's gotten this. There was just this level of boredom. This, I don't feel like doing this anymore. This doesn't thrill me. This doesn't do a thing for me. And it was something that you kind of ignored because you had to get through whatever you had to get through to get here. So you're here now, and that's a good thing. I think that this has passed. This rut, this boredom has passed. I don't think you saw a way out of it for the longest time, and I think that, that was the problem. This is interesting. Now that this has passed, you do have the Empress, and that's all about bringing something new into the world, giving the world some kind of gift that has to do with you. So now that you have been able to move past this, accomplish whatever these goals are, now it's time for you to kind of take that blindfold off and start to share a different gift of you with the world. Maybe there's a new business you want to open, kind of a side gig, something you want to go to school. I don't know what it is, but there's something for you now that you've gotten through this period, and you've had this certain level of accomplishment. Now there's something else. So maybe this weekend is a time to kind of think about what your next step will be. And we will go to Libra. Libra. Queen of Swords. Okay, you are the Swords, Libra, so you are familiar with the Queen of Swords. She knows exactly what's going on in the Hierophant. Okay, the Queen of Swords is all about, this is right, this is wrong. Like, she doesn't, well, maybe, or, you know, she's not the kind of mom that, like, if you fall and scrape your knee, she's going to go, oh, let me kiss it and make it better. She's going to say, you're fine. You know, stop crying. There's nothing wrong with you. You know, it's a scratch. You know what I mean? She's that mom, not a bad mom. She's just that mom. And now you have the Hierophant with her. And the Hierophant is about following the rules. So you may have a situation this weekend where you're feeling like you don't really want to follow the rules. You kind of want to take some shortcuts, cut some corners. I don't know. Do some things maybe you shouldn't do. And you know what? This Queen of Swords is like, now come on, you know better. There's a certain order to things. There's a certain way to follow the rules. Let's do that. So you also have the Page of Swords, which pages bring messages. So again, this message is use your brain. So there, you may have an opportunity this weekend to, like I said, cut corners, take some kind of shortcut. You know, maybe there'll be some sort of issue where, you know, you I don't do a lot of love readings, but in this case, you know, you could have an opportunity to be with people, you know, be very attracted to people, but you're like knowing, like, listen, this, I don't even like this person. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not the right thing to do. So, like, you know, and then this is what comes with it, this Ten of Swords. So, you know what? If you don't want to put yourself here, like, stick a fork in me, I'm done, I now have a new stalker. Be really careful what you get involved with this weekend. And you are not the only sign getting this. This is just one of those weekends where, like, you know what? If you're feeling a little off, you probably should stay home. And not really be careful who you involve yourself with this weekend, okay? Really be careful about that. Scorpio. What do we have for Scorpio heading into the weekend? The moon. Things are not always as they seem, Scorpio. What are we talking about here? Ten of Pentacles. Okay, so you have achieved a certain level of success, or you're feeling like you need to do a certain thing to get to this level of success. But when you have that moon card, you want to remember that things are not quite as they seem sometimes. So you may think you're on the right path to achieving this, and maybe you're not listening to yourself. I feel like I keep hearing it. You're not listening to yourself. Like, you're following somebody else is telling you things that you should be doing, and you're thinking you should listen to them and not listen in here. And you know what? That is a bunch of nonsense. So, because your intuition is, whoa, okay. So you have the Fool coming up here. Fool is about taking a step and having a brand new journey. So it may be that, you know, this might just be for one person, but you have someone telling you, okay, to be successful, you have to do X, Y, and Z. You have to do these things this certainly. And you're like, I don't want to do that. I want to do this new thing. I don't want to keep doing this. I want to do something new. But that's the thing, is that with things not being the way that you know, things are not quite the way they seem, it may be that you need to step out on your own and not listen to what these other people, I feel like there are other people telling you things, and that's really their problem and not yours. Yeah, Three of Cups. Three of Cups is about a celebration. The thing is, this is a handful of people that are super close to you. They're going to tell you the right thing, but there's a big collective of people, I keep hearing, like, you should do this, you should do that, you always do this, always do that, this is the way it's always been done. But you've got these group people right here in this small group that support you and say, you know, no, do it your way, we're on your team. So no matter what anybody's trying to hand you, you know your own pathway to success, and trust me, it's not the one that everybody tells you is the way to go. It's the one that you know, like, deep inside, that's the pathway for you to go. So don't let anybody tell you anything different, Scorpio. Follow your instinct. Follow what's in here. Don't listen to them this weekend. All right, Sagittarius. Sagittarius. The Death card. We are letting something go. Let's see what it is. What has come to an end? Don't freak out, because it doesn't mean anybody's dying. Sometimes it just means things are coming to an end. Judgment. Okay. Those are pretty heavy cards, Sagittarius. I want to see what this is in reference to. Something is definitely coming to an end. Wow, you get the King of Pentacles coming out. It looks like you may have achieved a certain level of success, or maybe there was a certain person that you looked up to that you thought they had all the answers, they did things the right way. I feel like you've achieved a certain level of success, and you might have thought it was going to feel different or be different than it is, but now that it's all, oh, my nose is itching, oh my gosh. They say you're going to kiss a fool when your nose itches, right? I don't know. Whatever it is, don't do that this weekend. It does seem like, it seems like you have achieved some certain level of success, and I keep hearing you thought it was going to feel better than this. It was going to be different than this. And now that you're at this point of judgment, you're like, so what? Like, it's not that big of a thrill. You have the Six of Cups, and that's saying, like, that's what you wanted, was that childlike joy, and you just are not finding it. So you know what? You just got to let that go. Death comes in and kind of clears the way. It kind of clears everything out of the way and just sort of makes a new path for you to kind of start something new. This is the end of a cycle too, this King of Pentacles. It's like, okay, you might have achieved all this stuff, but where to now? You know, where to now? Because you're looking for this like kind of fire, this like childlike joy and happiness. And sometimes all these grown-up responsibilities kind of shadow and kind of cover that up. So this weekend, at least, it's time to kind of put all that grown-up stuff aside, let it all do what it does, and you got to find some kind of joy. Find something to do that just really is fun. Go and do something really, truly enjoyable for your soul, not so much necessarily for your wallet. That may be like getting out in nature, go get a massage, you know, do something that just makes you super happy inside. All right, and we are headed now to Capricorn. What do we have going on for Capricorn? The Queen of Cups. Okay, we're going to talk about her a little bit, so hold on. I want to see what this is in reference to before I just get out. Okay. All right, Capricorn. This Queen of Cups, super nurturing. Everybody knows she's like the best mom in the whole world, blah, 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 all this other stuff. But the one thing about the Queen of Cups is, yeah, she's this big nurturer and all of that. I always feel like she can be a little bit of a martyr, too. Like, I want you to look at her face. Does she look particularly happy to you? Yeah, everybody around her is really nurtured, and somebody got this, like, midweek, too. I don't know if it was you guys or not, but, like, yes, it's almost like you have put yourself out for everyone around you to create this perfect, happy family, this perfect, happy situation. It doesn't necessarily have to be family. It could be a situation at work. I feel like some of you Capricorns have been overextending yourself, really putting yourself out to try to make everything perfect for everyone around you. And you're at that point now where, like, enough is enough. Like, you need to take care of yourself. Like, I feel like this weekend for you, Capricorn, is really about self-care. Yeah. You've got the Devil here. And the Devil is all about old patterns, things kind of rearing their, kind of just rearing back up to sort of terrorize and traumatize you, and to have you fall into like these old habits, and the old habit of like martyrdom, like you have just put yourself out for everybody else. You're doing all these things for everybody else. You're, trying to make sure everybody's happy. Well, you can't make everybody happy all the time. So this weekend it's about, yeah, hello. You've got the Moon too. That's the thing. And this may just be for one person, or you may need clarification. So watch your moon and rising signs, but here you've got the Moon card as well, which means things are not as they seem. Sometimes, when we're trying to do all the right things for everybody else, we put ourselves last. And when that happens, we end up very disillusioned, very sad, and very easy to fall back into bad patterns like drinking, smoking, overeating, stressing, emotionally not taking care of ourselves because we're so busy trying to create this perfect something for everyone else around us. But you can't, the Moon is about things not appearing as they seem. It's about disillusionment, a veil being placed over things. You cannot make everyone around you happy, and you need to remember that. So as this weekend comes, I think that self-care for you is extremely important this weekend, and I just really want to stress that. This weekend is not about you doing for everybody else or taking care of everybody else. I think you need to find out what it is that you need for yourself, and you need to address that immediately, whether that's canceling plans with people you don't want to see, or not dealing with certain things that you don't want to deal with this weekend because you've dealt with them all week. Whatever it is, you need to just put all of that aside and figure out what you need this weekend and take care of you, and everybody else can kind of fall in line later. Okay? All right. Heavy readings this week. All right, we're going to move on to our Aquarians. What do we have for Aquarius for the weekend? Page of Wands. You are getting a message to take some action. Take action. What is this action message about? What do we have? What are we taking action about? The Devil. Okay. This is old patterns showing up. Also, the Devil can be the sign of Capricorn, which is an earth sign, and the only reason I'm saying this is because this can be the old patterns, the old routines, old things that you think ground you, but instead they kind of hinder you. So it looks like you need to take some action this weekend to make sure you don't get stuck in an old pattern of behavior, an old way of being. And you also have the Ten of Pentacles, which is a huge level of success, but at the same time, it can also be, like a routine, like very, in Aquarius, it's really, that causes you a lot of stress. So, if you are trying to have this new experience, reverting back to doing all the things you used to do isn't really the way to go. But it's really important this weekend that you recognize if these old patterns are showing up, because you know what, just because you think everything is supposed to be a certain way to get you to this level of success, there's a lot of different ways you can get there, and it doesn't necessarily have to be the same old pattern, the same old routine. Look to take action in a different direction. You have this Nine of Swords, which says that you've got some kind of worry going on. You've got something that's stressing you, something that is keeping you up at night, like you're thinking about it. Some sort of need you have is not being met. So it is time to just like, and a lot of people are getting this message, just like stop everything. Stop the presses. What do I need, Aquarius? Ask yourself, what do I need and how am I going to get it? How am I going to move on and get what I need versus me taking care of what everybody else needs? Because there is a way to this success that is your pathway, that isn't through these old patterns and these old ideas. So Aquarius, you like your new ideas. It's easy to fall into old habits and old ideas just to get something done, but this is not you this weekend, and everybody is having a very contemplative weekend. So take this time and really figure out how you are going to get what you need, how you're going to accomplish the things you want to accomplish and meet your goals, but not doing it just the same old way that you've always done it. Okay? And Pisces. Pisces, what do we have for Pisces? I feel it. Okay, it's this one. The Knight of Swords. You're being told to use your head this weekend about something. You're being given emotional, like intellectual energy, mental acuity. There's some sort of situation that needs your mental attention, not your emotional attention, your mental attention, like your black and white mental attention, and it is social. You get the Three of Cups here. That's a celebration. So you may have some kind of gathering this weekend where you need to be like kind of on your game, really paying attention to the way that you interact with people that are close to you, or these people pretend to be this way, but you need to not be emotional. You need to be intellectual and really see them for who they are. I think that could be it. Because you are a water sign, you are the Cups, you really like this situation, but the thing is you need to pay attention to, are these people, is the way they're acting real? Are they giving you, yeah, hello, you get the Page of Swords too. So this is a message being brought to you, like, hello, I'm trying to tell you something, hello, and you know, I'm giving you the message, and I'm giving you the mental acuity and ability. I'm giving you an intellectual message, not an emotional one. You need to pay attention to these people that are real close to you. I don't know if they have your best intention at heart, and if they don't, you know, use your mental abilities to go, yeah, I'm not doing this with you. And you don't have to get all emotional about it. Just be like, yep, this doesn't work for me, I'm out, and just remove yourself. But you can also go to the people who do make you happy. You know what I mean? The genuine. This is going to help you to differentiate between the people that have a genuine love and care and support for you, and people that just give you a lot of lip service, because I think that's what you have encountered, and it's been very disappointing, devastating even. Yeah, you're going to rebuild. You've got this Three of Pentacles. That is about rebuilding on a solid foundation with a plan. So you know what? You have all this mental energy over here to help you with this, to help you clear out whatever is unnecessary and whatever's not really real on this side of the emotional equation. And then you've got this Three of Pentacles to kind of help you go, okay, this is how I'm going to do this moving forward. This is how I'm going to assess friendships. This is how I'm going to build friendships. I'm going to have a plan. I'm going to make sure these people are not giving me a bunch of crap. I'm going to make sure they tell me the truth. I mean, I'm going to use I'm not going to just be emotional and be like, well, let me be nice. I'm going to say, you know what, these people, they're lying to me. I'm not doing this with them. So this weekend, I got to say, everybody has got kind of a like, stay the heck home, reassess what's going on, kind of evaluate what it is you need, and don't do anything real stupid. Everybody this weekend has got the don't do anything stupid vibe. So really pay attention this weekend to who you involve yourself with, and if they do not seem right, back away, because you've got all this mental energy here to help you kind of sort that out. I hope everybody has a great weekend, and I will talk to you very soon.